As a real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, I work with a lot of buyers moving here from California. It's just a way of life these days. A lot of Californians are leaving California for various reasons and moving to other nearby states, one of which is Arizona. There are many reasons that Arizona might be a better fit for somebody moving here from California, but there are also some things that all California residents should know prior to moving here. Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, and today we're talking about everything that a Californian needs to know before they move to Tucson, Arizona. If you learned anything today, please like and subscribe so you can hang out with me in all the other Tucson videos on this channel, where we talk about things to do and see and everything you need to know about the city and surrounding areas. Reach out to me when you're ready to buy or sell a home in Tucson, Arizona. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. So what are some things that Californians really need to be aware of when they move to Tucson? Well, first of all, you really need to know that Tucson real estate has actually gotten kind of expensive recently. If you'd moved here 2 or 3 years ago, I could have easily gotten you a nice, newer home in a safe neighborhood with a pool for under $300,000. Today, I probably won't be able to find that for you, unfortunately. Depends on where in California you're moving here from, but you might find that your money doesn't go as far as you thought it would here. Of course, it depends on what type of property you're looking for here, but if you want an almost brand new home with all the bells and whistles, all the finest upgrades, a backyard oasis in a gated community, you're gonna have to fork over a decent chunk of change. I have relatives and friends all over California, and California is a big state, and I know that a lot of real estate there is actually pretty similarly priced to Tucson. So just because you're moving here, selling your California home doesn't mean that you'll be able to afford a mansion on the hill in Tucson. Unfortunately, our real estate prices have just changed too much in the past couple of years. If you're trying to get an idea of what you can get in your price range, reach out to me and I will email you some properties that match your search criteria to give you a feel for what you can afford here. Another thing to know is that if you're planning on transferring jobs or getting a new job in Tucson, there's a chance you won't make nearly as much money here. Tucson is not known for their big wages, which a lot of people don't care about because a lot of buyers moving here are retired anyway, so they aren't concerned about pay. But some people I talk to who are moving here from California are just shocked at the pay here in Tucson. But if you can move here and keep your job in California and work remotely, that's probably the best of all worlds. Something else to consider, and this is probably obvious, but just a friendly reminder. The things to do in Tucson are very different from the things to do in most places in California. California isn't a far drive from Arizona, and I have a lot of family and friends in California, as I mentioned before, so I've been all over California, and I'm always really pleasantly surprised whenever I'm there how many free things there are to do in California. Almost anywhere you are, you're just a few hours drive from the beach, and most or a lot of beaches are free. Plus, it's amazing to me all the museums and sites and really cool places you can go that actually don't cost any money. I remember going to a gigantic farmer's market with my cousin, and we pretty much spent the whole entire day there. It was amazing. Another time I went to a big mall with my daughters and we just walked around for hours and hours and hours, and it was just really cool. Obviously, bigger cities are gonna offer more of those types of things. And the funny thing about California is that even with all the free things to do, you usually have to pay like $50 for parking or something like that. So a lot of Californians end up taking Lyfts and Ubers everywhere. But in Tucson, we have a lot of parks and cycling and hiking and camping and mountain bike opportunities that are also free or relatively inexpensive to take a part in. But our outdoor activities are sometimes limited in the summer because it's just too hot. And that leads me to something else that you absolutely need to be prepared for, and that is that the weather is obviously different here from many places in California. Obviously, California is a really big state. There are some pockets of California that are dry and hot with desert landscapes similar to Tucson, but there are also plenty of other areas where the weather is absolutely perfect year-round, and other areas where it's a little bit more humid, but not so humid that you feel like you're in a swamp. And there are other areas in California where it snows, and there are some areas where it's really green and lush. Obviously, some some areas that have beaches, some areas have gray clouds a lot of the year. You get what I'm trying to say. Even though Tucson is not that far from the state of California, our weather will almost definitely be different from where you're moving from, so just be prepared for that. A lot of people like myself love the dry heat, but if you don't, I recommend you come visit several times before you consider moving here. Taxes and cost of living are, of course, different in California and Arizona. Income tax is about twice as much in California as it is in Arizona. Property taxes are higher in California than they are in Arizona. I have read that overall it's about 30% less expensive to live in Arizona than California, and that's taking everything into consideration. So we're talking about gas, groceries, childcare, etc. And that's taking the entire two states into account, not just the big cities, and not just Tucson, of course. Real estate in Tucson and rental properties here are still overall going to cost less than the average prices in California, even if our prices are going up as Arizona gets more popular to move to. Our wild animals are overall different here. I have a lot of videos out on this channel about our wildlife, but we have some fascinating as well as dangerous wild animals that you will want to be aware of. It's not uncommon to see rattlesnakes on hikes. It's not uncommon to have live scorpions in the home. It's not uncommon to have coyotes or javelinas just run out in front of your car or even just walk out in front of you if you're on a walk in your own neighborhood. We have Gila monsters here. We have aggressive killer bees. We have black widow spiders. We have a lot of desert animals that a lot of people aren't used to. So if you have small children or pets, or if these creatures freak you out, learn how to act around them if you encounter them and how to prevent running into them into your daily life. Finally, the last big thing that I think Californians should know before moving here is that socially, Tucson and Arizona will probably be different from what you're used to. I don't usually talk about politics or race or religion in videos because I just don't think it's appropriate to get into those kinds of details, but Arizona generally leans conservative, while the city of Tucson generally leans more liberal, although in my opinion, I feel that our city's suburbs and the outskirts of the city tend to lean more conservative in general. Tucson has a diverse group of people from all backgrounds living here at least part of the time, from college students from all over the world attending our University of Arizona to retirees from all over the country living here at least during the winter months. Plus, being so close to the US-Mexico border, I've read that at least 30% of Tucsonans are either from Mexico or are part Hispanic, and we do have a lot of Native American influence here as well. However, I keep hearing that while many Californians are leaving California, there are also a lot of people moving to California from other countries. So I wouldn't be surprised if California overall is much more diverse than Tucson in regards to race and religion. I hope that this video has helped Californians and maybe even other people moving to Tucson, Arizona from other places learn a little bit about Tucson and how we're different. Tucson's a great city and it's an outdoor playground, but there are some things to be aware of before you arrive. Check out the rest of the videos on this channel to learn more about this place and reach out to me when you're ready to buy or sell a Tucson home. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons on your way out the door, and I'll see you in the next Tucson video.